Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this evening's presentation. I want to thank you for joining us. Before we get started, let me go over some quick house rules. We're gonna make sure that everyone is in mute as well as the videos are off because we are recording and we don't want to interfere with the live stream of this presentation. We want to thank you for joining us on a Thursday evening to find out about a life-changing opportunity. And if you are a guest, please take a moment to put in the chat your name and the person who invited you. Oftentimes people log on with their phone number, or we see a bunch of iPhones, or sometimes it's a different name. So if you don't mind, please put in the chat your name and the person who invited you so that they know to get back to you. And thank you for joining us. We're going to talk today about LifeWave and a life-changing opportunity. And we're going to be talking about your wealth. When I say wealth, I actually mean your health, because your health is your wealth. If you had a choice to have $1 million, or you had an opportunity to be healthy, what would you choose? What if you had $1 million, but you were taking medication? What if you had pain consistently? What if you constantly going back and forth to the doctors to give you medications that make you sick and make you tired, and you can't really enjoy all the money you have? Or you had the opportunity just to, again, be healthy? Well, what if you had an opportunity to have both? And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how you can actually have both health and wealth, financial and physical, with this tremendous opportunity. We're going to be talking about something called a patch. This little small device that I see about the size of a quarter. Yes, when you look at it and you see it, you wonder, what could that do for you? We're going to talk about this incredible technology, something that was thought never to be done or accomplished before, but guess what? It has been done. So let's talk about this patch. And my question is, have you been patched? Again, if you haven't been patched yet, by the time I finish with this call, you want to get back to the person that invited you, find out how you can get a hold of this life-changing device, this technology, because what it does, it actually helps you reactivate, elevate, and regenerate what we call your stem cells, the dormant stem cells. Now, you might ask, well, why is that important? And what are these stem cells anyway? I've heard a lot about stem cells. Well, let me tell you why that's important. Because by the time you turn 30, half your stem cells are inactive. By the time you turn 60, all of your stem cells are inactive. Why is that important? Because your stem cells make up the organs, the tissues in our bodies. They are our body's intended repair system. That is right. That is how we repair and recover. I can remember as a child breaking an arm, scraping a knee, getting bruises. I would go to the doctor. I was put in a soft cast, and within 2 weeks of getting out of that cast, my arm was like new. The scars went away. That is because we have active stem cells when we are young. And in fact, the less active stem cells we have, the slower we heal and the faster we feel effective aging. That's why if I was to break a leg or arm now, that would be permanent. I have a lot of friends, and many of you have some too. They either have a walker, a cane, or they're in a wheelchair. Many of my friends even look cool now because they walk with a certain swagger. And it's not because of they want to be cool, it's because they have to adjust because of all the injuries they had. I have friends that had replacement of both their knees, their hips. I have one friend, I call him the bionic man, because he had so many body replacements that, again, it seemed to be never ending. That is because those dormant stem cells will not repair what they're going to. Again, many of us know people that fit in that category. And if you care about people that you love and care about, you want to make sure you share this information with them by the time you finish getting the information. It means that people are experiencing effective aging. We see it all the time. We see younger people. I see younger people getting diabetes. I see younger people on medications. And when I was growing up, you never saw those types of issues with people until they got in their later years. But it's happened at an early age because of the food that we eat. Not really good for us. A lot of the chemicals and stuff that's in the food that we consume is banned in other countries. The water's not the same because of all the things that they're doing with the earth. The air, I need not talk about the air. And look what's happening with Canada, California, as the air is polluted with all of the ash and fire. That goes somewhere, and unfortunately, a lot of times it goes into our lungs. In fact, just the other day, we were warned not to go outside for 2 days in the New York, New Jersey area because the air quality was not safe. So again, the effects of aging not just happening internally, it's happening externally. It happened with the stress. If you work a job, many of you that do, you get up in the morning, you have to hit that alarm clock, and you go to a job you don't really like. You have a boss that you don't respect. You're probably smart than your boss. And most of us, if you have a job, you know that you work just hard enough so that you don't get fired. And most companies pay you just enough so we don't quit. So the bottom line, that add to the stresses of life. And again, that is why we have the solution. We're going to talk about that right away. How that this proprietary form of phototherapy works, very simply, is it a patented nanocrystal technology. Nano simply means small. Crystals means organic salts, sugars, as well as plant-based ingredients. It's non-transdermal, which means it does not penetrate the skin. It reflects light to activate something in the body called a copper peptide. You can look it up. It's called GHKCU. In fact, the GHKCU is called the holy grail of copper peptides. And what it does, just the way we get vitamin D. We don't get vitamin D by going into the sun like many people think. We get vitamin D because sun hits our body at a certain wavelength. And when that wavelength of light hits our body, it wakes up the vitamin C. That's already in our body. God has given us the body to heal itself. We just didn't figure out a way to do it, but that has all changed because we have someone who identified and figured out how to activate your copper peptides. And again, once your copper peptides are activated, it wakes up those dormant stem cells. And again, if you want to look up more details, a gentleman named Laurent Picard was a scientist and inventor. He discovered the fact that if you can activate your copper peptides, it would also wake up those dormant stem cells. There's no drugs or chemicals, so you don't have to worry about the pharmaceutical cartels, as I call them, because they have a lock on the industry. They love for us to get sick. They love for us to get treatment. And I have a lot of respect for doctors, but when they go to school, they don't spend a lot of time learning how to prevent anything. They spend most of the time on learning how to treat everything. And again, if you ever look at the commercials about the different chemicals, it seems like every week there's a new drug that they introduce in the market. If you listen very carefully, what the big print giveth, the small print taketh away. So be very careful. I saw a commercial last week. It said that one of the side effects is cancer, heart attack. It can even lead to death. Now, I don't know about you, but those don't sound like very good odds. I'd rather deal with the issue than deal with the side effects. It's 100% non-invasive, which means it does not penetrate the skin. It is your body that is going to work. LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. It simply does what the sun does. It reflects light back into our bodies, and when it does, it reactivates our copper peptides. And then once your copper peptides are reactivated, guess what? Your dormant stem cells wake up and go to work on anything that's happening in your body. Let's talk about the gentleman, the scientist, the genius who created this particular this patch. This gentleman is David Schmidt. He is not only the CEO of the company, he is also the inventor of this incredible technology. He has over 200 patents. He's a man of faith. He spent most of his life trying to figure out ways to cure and help people. He specializes in age reversal technologies. And in fact, in 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research because that was the buzzword. Everybody was talking about stem cells. Now, there's a big challenge with stem cell injections. One, you're injecting what I call a foreign entity in your body, something that may not be compatible. So you have to be tested. The cost anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000. I've heard for one injection. You have to come back in 6 months, and it's usually just a localized treatment. So it might be for your knee or your elbow. Again, there's no guarantee that's going to work. It's not covered by any medical insurance. I had a friend recently tell me he was getting ready. He was thinking about going out of the country to get a stem cell injection because it is illegal in certain areas. But the bottom line is, stem cells. Again, stem cells injections are not the same. Now, the benefit of this patch is there's no stem cells in it. It just uses our own body to heal itself. We've had people that have gotten better results with this little patch than they did with stem cell injections. We've had people that work for a stem cell company that talked about the benefits here are better than what they've been getting. Now, David recently spent 4.5 years and $5 million of his own money. I'm sorry, 10 years and $4.5 million of his own money to bring this thing to market. That's how determined Dave is to helping healing people, and he did it on what we call the 39th attempt. That is why this product is also called X39. Now, it's a patented technology. Again, it's a wearable phototherapy apparatus that produces beneficial effects to the human body, such as activation of stem cells, improvement in strength, improvement in stamina, pain relief via this non-transdermal container, as they call it. It's a non-transdermal apparatus. It reflects or emits specific wavelengths of light to elevate levels of copper peptide in the body. Now, you may be familiar with this technology. It's called phototherapy because if you've ever seen how night vision goggles work, they use it in the military to identify people from a distance. They can see the outer lining of their body because our body gives off heat and light. We are light beings, just like plants. Why do you think plants react so well to sunlight, reaching out to the sun? Because they are light beings and we are light beings. So the bottom line is what this patch does when you put it on your body, it actually blocks the energy, the light, the heat that is normally leaving the body, and it reflects it back at this right frequency to wake up your copper peptides. And as I said earlier, as they was discovered by Lawrence Picard in 1973, if you can figure out a way to activate and wake up those copper peptides, it will wake up your dormant stem cells. And guess what? Once your stem cells are up and running, it goes to work in your body to see what needs to be repaired and replaced. Now I'm going to show you the video. It's not very long. It's about 90, no, it's about 90 minutes. And I'm hoping you have your coffee, your tea, and something to eat while to keep you up. But it's actually only 90 seconds. I just wanted to see if you were paying attention. Now this site, and the reason I like to play this video because it's a visual, and a lot of people react and respond better when they hear, see, and see things in writing. So I'm going to show you this video. It's only 90 seconds. It's going to explain to you how phototherapy works, how the patch works. Then on the other side of that, I'm going to tell you how to get the patch, how to wear the patch. We're going to give you some examples of how it works and tell you the benefits of it. And we're going to have a testimony from a gentleman. We just came back from a big convention and having tremendous results and success in his family. So sit tight, listen to this 90-second video, and I will see you on the other side.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light that can promote a general state of health and healthy activity unique to each LifeWave patch. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared energy emitted from the body is reflected back into the body and then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative energy and enhances your ability to live well without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals.
Oh, well, the video was actually less than 90 seconds, ended a little short, but the bottom line is hopefully that explanation was clear. Now, here are the benefits of X39. There are many: increase in strength, reduction in inflammation, energy and vitality, increased stamina. All of this information is in the patent. And understand this, you cannot get a patent for something if it does not do what it says it does. You have mental clarity. Have you ever walked into a room and then forgot why you walked into the room? Have you ever forgot about people that you hadn't seen in a long time and all of a sudden you run into them and then you remember them. How about restored muscle and skeletal conditions? Those of you athletes who work hard, who may be on your feet, who have jobs that put a lot of stress in your body, you're going to see the benefits of this. Improvement in sleep. One of the first things people notice in the first couple of days is the improvement in sleep. Energy improves, improvement in skin appearance. So there are many, many benefits of wearing a patch. That's just a few. Here's a map. We call it a topography map. It's actually the brain scan of a 77-year-old woman. And I just talked about mental clarity. This is physical proof of what happens when you wear the patch. This lady had migraine headaches for years. They were tried everything, nothing seemed to work. She put on the patch in the first week, and you look at session number 1 in the reddish orange area, that represents inflammation in the brain, lack of brain coherence. Look what happened in 3 weeks. After the third week, she came back. They took another brain scan and you see no more inflammation and you see improved brain coherence. And look what happened after 6 weeks, a complete turnaround, better brain coherence. It is recommended for every decade in life, you should wear the patch for at least 1 month. So again, if you're 60 years old, you should at a minimum wear the patch for 6 months because you're going to see the benefits of it the longer you wear it. I'm starting to see more and more. I've been wearing the patch for over 2 years and it doesn't surprise me, but I notice the longer I wear it, the more, the quicker it works and the things that happen for you are incredible. Just to give you a quick, testimony. I played basketball for most of my life until my mid 60s at a high level. And when I was young, I had banged my knee up. I had surgery on my knee. So I've always had a problem with my knee. And usually when I banged up my knee, it would swell up and they call it water on the knee. I would have to wait for about a week or two for it to go down and for it to actually be able to walk and run on it. And again, that was typical. And but about a week and a half ago, I'm a deacon at my church. We were helping moving some tables from downstairs to upstairs. most of our deacons are over, I would say, in their late 50s and higher, so we don't have any young men moving these tables. And when we brought the last table up, it literally banged my knee, and it was on Sunday, so I didn't realize it. It was sore and painful. I had to sit in the podcast that same afternoon, and when I got up from the podcast after sitting down for a while, my knee literally swelled up. It was stiff, and I couldn't believe it. I said I couldn't figure out what happened. I remembered I banged my knee earlier that day. So when I got home, I elevated my knee. I put the patch on my knee. I said, you know what? Let me just rest and keep my knee elevated. Went to sleep, got up the next day. The swelling went down significantly. My knee was a little more flexible. And on the second day, when I got up, not only was my knee flexible, you couldn't even tell I banged my knee. And again, that was immediate. And again, it normally wouldn't happen that fast. So I know that it's a benefit of wearing the patch. The longer you wear it, it's a cumulative effect. So it didn't take that long to work on me. Had this happened when I first started using the patch, it might have taken a little bit longer. But again, that just shows proof to me that it does work and it does do what it says it does, and it will do it for you. Now, the long-term results of it, the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset, which is significant because the studies show that if you drink enough red wine, you can reset 2 of your genes. So imagine how much red wine you'd have to drink to reset 4,000 of your genes. And that is why in the first couple of days, some of you may notice you sleep better. Your memory starts to improve. You may have energy. You may even have a relief of pain. But again, everybody's different. The patch will go to where it's needed. So you need to wear it to get the benefits of it. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. I just showed you physical proof. Now, when I showed you that the brain gets balanced in 6 weeks, I want you to understand that that doesn't represent your brain, because your stem cells are throughout your whole body. So that can represent your heart, your liver, your blood, your bone structure, your hair, your nails, your skin. And within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Now, collagen is just not for your brain, for your hair, your nails, and the skin. It's also the rest of your body. Collagen is like the glue to our bodies. It's all throughout our body. So when 3 months, your collagen is increasing. Within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. And that's been proven both by physical urine and blood samples when people go back to see their doctors. Because we have 2 ages, like I like to say, we have our physical age and we have our vascular age. Your physical age tells you how long you've been on the planet. So let's say you're 50 years old. But your vascular age tells you how well your heart, your blood, and your body, and your blood circulates in your body, and how healthy you are. That is why you see some people who are in their 70s and 80s. They're active, they're running marathons, they're doing things that people in their 40s can't do. Then you see people in their 30s and 40s who have trouble walking a block without getting tired and fainting, and again, getting around. So again, you have 2 ages, and this increases reverses your age by approximately 8 years for every 6 months that you wear the patch. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. And that actually a quote from David Schmidt, the inventor of the X39. How do you wear the patch? Very simply, you wear the patch for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So when I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, I put this patch on and I leave it on to 8 o'clock at night. I remove it and I discard it, and then I wait 12 hours before I do it again, because it is known that your body repairs and rejuvenates when it's in a rest state. Again, you throw the patch away, you put on a new patch and repeat it. You can wear more than one patch at a time, but generally you only need one. You notice in the diagram that shows somebody wearing it just below their belly button or the back of their neck. That is just for the case studies. They wanted to be consistent with where they take the information. That is why I show them. But you can wear the patch anywhere in your body. As one of my partners says, put it where it hurts. Again, drink plenty of the water. This is very important. Even if you didn't have the patch, you should drink more water. I know some of us like soda, some of us like juice, some of us like, we like what we like, but our body likes water. So you want to give the body what it wants, because water represents flow. When you have more water, it moves things around in your body, so it's not stagnant and you're healthier. So drink plenty of water, preferably alkaline water or water with minerals in it, because the water that we get from our faucet, again, unfortunately, is tainted a lot. And again, you want to get the best water, quality water you can get. Even coconut water is good for you. Drink plenty of water and you get better results. And that is why when we go into the emergency room, what's the first thing they do when they roll us into that emergency room is they hydrate us, because they know most of us are walking around like hydrated zombies. All right. Now we're going to shift gears. We're going to have a testimony for one of our partners. Again, we just came back from a tremendous event. This gentleman is doing some great things in North Carolina. In fact, there's going to be a lot of activity in North Carolina because of this gentleman, the team that he's put together. So I'm going to see, is Mr. Emerson, are you on? If you can unmute yourself and come off camera and share your testimony.
Okay, Mr. Hawkins, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm trying to get it on camera. I think I am there now. Good evening, everyone. This has been an amazing journey. I spent 20 years on the Coast Guard, and I saw a lot of things and did a lot of things. And I've been retired since 1990. So I've been out for quite a while. But this is an amazing journey. God has truly blessed us and given us an opportunity to see him truly at work. So I'm going to give a couple testimonies in that. One of them was from a lady that I had only met for a week. We met in the pool. Her name was Evelyn. She was having tremendous problems with her knees that I didn't know about. I met her on a Tuesday. On Thursday, when I saw her, she was grimacing real bad. She was just frustrated. Her knees had been giving her problems for years. And she finally made the statement, I'm just going to use marijuana because they say marijuana helps with pain. And I just laughed at it and said, no, we're not going to go down that road. I said, let's try something different. Again, I just met her the Tuesday before this Thursday. And I said, would you willing to try something new and different? I said, I think I have something that may help you. So I looked at her. She finally agreed. She says, yes, I'll do it. And so this was on a Thursday. I gave her some patches that Thursday. So she wore the patch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And on that Monday, Derek and I gave her a call to see how things were going. We were kind of curious, and I was very, very, very new in the business, and I wasn't exactly sure if I had presented it correctly, if Derek needed to correct some things or whatever. And so we talked to her for a while, for about 10 or 15 minutes. She says, gentlemen, thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate what you've done in providing the patches, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to have my surgery. I need surgery on my hand. I need surgeries on my knees, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And we all agreed. We didn't, we're not doctors. We don't try to diagnose or recommend specific treatments. We always tell folks to see their doctors. And that was on a Monday. That was March 17th. On the 18th of March, she called me back, and I was in the pool. She said, I know you're in the pool, but I just wanted to tell you, I got up this morning and I had no pain. She said specifically my right knee, which gave her a lot of trouble, had no pain. And so she just went on talking about how she had got this relief that she didn't think was even possible. And that, for me, ladies and gentlemen, that pushed me all in. I believed the patch work. I felt some quite a bit of invigoration from the patch, and I was moving along. I wouldn't say cautiously, but I wasn't moving as quickly in the company. But that was on the 18th of March. By the 28th of March, I became manager. I was really excited. I was telling everybody and anybody that would give me 10 seconds to talk about this patch. So that's one of it, and one of the testimonies. Now I have another one that I'm going to play for you, because what I'm finding is people will actually call you and give you their personal testimonies to you. And it's very important. I mean, the testimonies that we have on YouTube are fine, but I don't know those folks. And and I know that they're okay, that they're good. But when someone calls you and gives you a personal testimony, and this lady gave me this testimony one morning. She woke me and my wife up.
Good morning. This is Linda. Good morning, Emerson. All I can do is I say thank you, and thank Jesus for you, for introducing me to the stems. I tell you, I'm like a new person. The only thing is, I have a problem is I be getting up feeling so eager and energetic and forget to put my patch on. But anyway, I'm trying to do better with that. But I just want to say thank you. I tell you, it feels good not to get up with all that pain and stuff going on like I normally do. But I appreciate you. If you need me to talk anybody, I can talk to them. But I ain't gonna try to sell them. I'm gonna leave that part to you. Let you be the salesman. But anyway, thank you again. Have a blessed day. Tell Linda hello.
Yes, this was her name was Linda. My wife's name is Linda, so that's why she's talking about tell Linda hello. But she was the lady who had I met in the pool, and she had a lot of challenges at first. She once she started wearing the patch, she says nothing's happened. And I said, just be consistent, be persistent. Don't give up on the patch. I says it's working. Just like the sun rises every day, when you put the patch on, it's reflecting the light back into your body every day. Give it time, because so many people want the results instantaneously. We live in this instantaneous world where we want instant results. Well, God ain't never worked like that. I don't mean any harm. He says, wait, I say on the Lord. So he doesn't rush and do things. And we're using his system to heal our bodies. So therefore, we must be patient with what we have available to us and give the body time to heal itself. So I was very, very happy with that particular testimony. And the next testimony is from a lady who happens to be my aunt. And the backstory of that is my aunt has had ailments on and on and on. I've been helping her through the years, trying to help her get to a better position in her health and in her wealth and things of this nature. And I invited her to a Zoom one night. And so she got on the Zoom and she heard about the patch and she says, Emerson, I need the patch. She was just adamant, I need the patch. So I signed her up as a preferred customer plus. And I says, okay, Aunt, I says, it's going to come to you. It's going to come in the mail. FedEx is going to do it. Be looking out for it. So a few days went by and I hadn't heard anything. And then a few more days went by. And so I called. I said, did you get your patch? She said, no, I haven't gotten them. I said, that sounds a little strange. So I checked FedEx, checked it. They showed me her front porch where they put the patches. And I said, Aunt, they delivered it. And she said, yeah, that's my porch, which means that a porch pirate probably picked up her package. Didn't know what he was getting. And I doubt if he even read the stuff to find out what it would do for him or her, whoever picked it up. So I sent her some patches personally. And what I had done is I told her, even before she got the patches, drink water, drink mineral water before it gets there. Give your body, get your body full of mineral water, get it good and hydrated. So when the patches arrive, you'll have some results. Well, what I wasn't expecting was the results that I got from, or that she got from the patch. So I'm going to play her voicemail so you can hear exactly what she told me, because it really blew me away.
Hey, Emerson. I just want to tell you my testimonial. I went to the cardiologist 2 weeks before taking the patch, and they told me that my heart was really, really weak, and they wanted me to come back 2 weeks later. After taking the patch for 4 days, I went in and the doctor did an echo. And then he looked at the results. And he told me, oh my God, what are you doing? He said, your heart is normal. And I don't want to see you for 6 months. And that is all due to the X39 patch. And I thank you for it. And
now that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a one patch wonder, but it's as close as that I've had so far. And it was just amazing because, again, the feeling of euphoria that you get when you know that you're helping people. Yes, we have a wonderful, outstanding, beyond outstanding download from God that he gave to Mr. Smith, who was able to navigate his way through and provide this product, this device that helps our bodies heal itself, and to be able to help a family member. I have other family members. I won't go into all the details on that, but I have other family members who are experiencing the same thing. So that just blesses your heart. So again, this product works. I tell folks all the time, I said, some days you get up in the morning, especially here of late, you look out and there's clouds all over the sky and you see rain or whatever. And somebody says, well, is the sun out? No, it's not out. Yes, it is out. You can't see it for the clouds, but it's out and it's doing its job. It's working. The same thing with this patch. You put it on, you may not feel it. You may not know it. You may not understand it, but it works. Thank you so much, Derek. I appreciate the opportunity to present my testimonies before the group, and I pray that everybody understands exactly how well this instrument works for us.
Well, thank you, Emerson. I appreciate the testimony as always. Again, I know you have so many of them. We can do a whole hour just of the results and the calls that you got from people. And I get the same thing. I get text messages, I get calls, and a lot of times it brings me to tears. When I hear about it. Again, that's how strong and powerful these testimonies are. So again, we literally have thousands of testimonies. So again, if you have people that you love and care about, tell them about the patch. Tell them about this opportunity to get off medications. Tell them about the opportunity to prevent surgery. We don't have to have it. Even to extend, like we had a gentleman who's like his wife was preparing his funeral, and as a result of using the patch, now they were planning a vacation. So again, this patch does work. You just have to give it time and follow the protocol. So you now heard about your health freedom. This opportunity give you the opportunity to be healthy. And also for those of you who are interested as well, maybe financing, because when you think about what people are asking for when they go to church, the two things that people ask about most are their health and finances. So this opportunity provides both. When if you have health and you have time freedom, guess what? You have financial freedom and health freedom. That can lead to what's called time freedom. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you like to go on vacation. Maybe you just want to sit in the grass and have without your shoes and enjoy the nature. Maybe you want to go to beaches, or maybe you want to pay up the church building fund, or maybe there's a family that you know about that needs assistance and you can provide it for them. So again, those things are available to you, and I'm going to go into the next 5 minutes to walk you through the opportunity for those of you how to take advantage of it. Put on your business hat for a moment. Think about if you were to join a business, what kind of business would you want to join? What kind of reputation would they need to have? What are the things that they need to have in place? Well, this company has all of the things, and when I look at opportunities, it checked all the boxes. First and foremost, longevity. Company's actually a 21-year-old company now. This is in their 21st year. They open in over 75 plus countries. And the thing I like most about it, more than anything else, is that it's not a Me Too product. And what I mean by Me Too product, we're not selling weight loss, skincare, supplements, or vitamins. And there's anything wrong with those types of products. It's just that there's so many hundreds and thousands of companies that sell and market those things. They all say they're the best. I have a pizza shop in my neighborhood. They always say the best pizza in the world. And when I go home to where I grew up, the pizza shop says the same thing. In fact, everywhere I go, they say they have the best pizza in the world. So again, we don't have that situation. We have a patented product with another 15 years of exclusivity on it. In its first year of business, they did $17 million. And up until 2021, they averaged $20 million a year. So that consistent, steady growth. And that is because most of the people that were sharing the products were doctors, nurses, medical practitioners, holistic healers, alternative medicine, and they were just sharing it with their clients. They weren't necessarily looking to build large businesses. They were looking to help their clients. But again, look what happened between 2021 and 2022. Our team got started. It's called the This Is It team. The company went from $20 million to $320 million in 1 year. In 2023, jumped to $430 million and over $600 million last year alone. Projected to be over $1 billion company this year. That means there's a lot of growth and opportunity for those who see it. That's really consistent growth. We were ranked by businessforhome.org as the #1 growth company in momentum in the world 2 years in a row. Now they evaluate 6,000 companies. 6,000 companies, and we're ranked #1 in momentum for 2 years in a row. Again, when you look at opportunity, that screams opportunity. The company received the direct selling network gives out an award called the Bravo Awards. It's a global award, and we got that as the #1 growth company in the world. That is our David Schmidt, the inventor. Behind him is a team event that we had, not the company event. That's a team event in Florida about 2 years ago. And just last weekend, we were in Florida again, 4,000 people strong. We had to go from there to a convention hall. And next year, we're going to have another convention. We're going to be in an arena because that's the growth we're anticipating. Again, and that was on the far right are some of the executive staff. Again, so the company is in tremendous shape. Again, so what's important to you in your life? Is it family time? I know for me, it's family, faith, fun. Again, is it security? We all concerned with security today with all of the things that we have to deal with the internet, social media, AI, and just so many people out there trying to scam us. You got travel. How would you like to travel? How about better health? I think we all would like to have better health, and again, and less debt. And those opportunities are here for you. We're on a mission, as we say, on a crusade to eliminate bad health and bad debt, and we could do both with this opportunity. So what's important to you, whatever it is here for you. Now, to get started, I'm going to talk about how you can generate income. I'm going to not go into a lot of detail, but this is what we do. As brand partners, we buy the product. We use the X39. We give out samples to our friends and family members. And then some of them decide, hey, let me share with other people. And guess what? They do the same. And as that's happening, what's happening is volume is being accumulated. And then volume is actually just another word for, the cost of the product. And they all have a value to it. But as it accumulates, it's being banked. So if you know 4 people, I should say, and you put 2 of them in your left team and 2 in your right team, because we have what's called a binary structure. Binary simply means 2. So you have two sides. You have a left side and a right side. And as people join your business, they will go either on your left or right. So those of you on the call tonight, if you're not already a brand partner and you get started tonight, guess what? When we do another presentation tomorrow and next week and the following weeks and the following weeks to come, more people are going to be joining this tremendous opportunity. And guess what? Some of them are going to wind up directly under you because when you're in business for yourself but not by yourself, because everybody has to be placed on the left or the right. That contributes to your income. And you can earn up to $25,000 in the binary, starting with $100 per week when you first get started. But once you get to manager, it jumps to up to $1,500 a week, all the way up to $25,000 per week. So it caps out at, which is about $1.2 million a year. And again, that is what's called a binary. That position is called a manager. As you heard from Emerson, Emerson became a manager in his first 30 days. Soon after that, became director. You can become manager overnight. If you host an event like this tonight and you launch your business, invite 10 to 20 people, bound to find at least 4 to 5 that want to join. And guess what? You can become a manager overnight. And the benefit of being a manager is, again, we all get paid on a weekly basis, but now you start to receive binary commissions and it just continue to grow from there. So again, if that's not enough for you, then we also have what's called a matching bonus. And the way the matching bonus works is you share this opportunity with someone else. And when they get started, anybody that you personally share this opportunity with, they're on your first generation. Think of it as your family. If you have children, your children represent your first generation. So your first level are the people that you personally introduce, and you're going to earn a 25% matching bonus on what they earn. So if you, let's say your name was Anthony and you introduce Karen, Cameron will be on Anthony's first level, and guess what? If Cameron earned $1,000 this week, guess how much Anthony would earn? Anthony would earn $250 because he introduced Karen, even though he didn't generate the $1,000. She generated $1,000, but he's going to get 25%, and it's not going to come out of the $1,000 that she earned. Now, what if Anthony shared it with 10 people? And they all did $1,000 in 1 week. Guess what? You do the math, 10 times 250 that he would earn. So do you think Anthony's going to help Karen have success? Absolutely, because again, if she's successful, so is he. So the company gives you an incentive to help the people that you enroll, because if you help them become successful, you're helping yourself. Now, Karen obviously knows some people that Anthony don't know. So let's say Karen knows somebody named Teresa. Teresa's on Anthony's second generation with second level. It's like your grandchildren. So let's say Teresa has $1,000 this week. Guess what? Anthony is going to earn. He's going to earn a 20% match, which is $200. But guess what? Karen is also going to earn $250 because Teresa's on her first generation, her first level. Now, obviously, Teresa knows people that you don't know. So let's say Teresa introduces somebody named Gloria. Gloria's on Anthony's third level or third generation, which is his great grandchildren. Now she earns $1,000 a week. Guess what? Anthony earns $200. So the bottom line is the company incentivizes you to help people have success. You have unlimited income potential. We have many people that already tapped out to $25,000 per week. Our team has only been around for 3 years, even though the company's been around for 21 years. We have a system in place that is helping people have success. So if you simply follow the system that we put in place, you will have success as well. So again, those only two of the 4 ways that we currently get compensated. That's going to change in a couple of weeks. So they're going to go from 4 to 9 ways we get compensated. So to get started, you want to fill out a form. Fill it out and send it to the person that sent it to you. Let me make it a little big so you can see it. You have 3 opportunities to join. And we say get joined by getting a bundle. Now, a bundle simply means you're going to get, if you want to get started at the core level, you're going to get 3 sleeves. A sleeve is a 30-day supply. So it has basically 30 of these patches. 30 of these patches, you can see it. In the sleeve, it's like an envelope. Envelope has 30 patches in it. So you have a 90-day supply. And as I referred earlier, and also David Schmidt recommended, for every decade that you need to lead with, you need to have the patch for at least a month for every decade you live. So at the minimum, if you're 60, you need to have it for 6 months. So you start with the core. That's what somebody says, let me try the patch. Let me see how they work. Let me use it for myself and share with others. If you have a partner that you're working with, you need a 30-day supply for yourself. You need a 30-day supply for the partner. And you need patches to give out samples. If you heard Emerson's testimonies, those individuals not only got the patches because he gave them samples, they also started to get their own because they saw the benefits of it. Now, if you're more serious and you're a business builder, you want to get started, you want to get an extra discount, you can get the advanced pack, which is $535, and you get 6 sleeves. And the core pack, by the way, is $295. So you get a slight discount. You get a bigger discount if you get the advanced. And if you want to get the most popular way to get started, you get started at the premium pack, where you get $2,000 worth of product. You're going to get 20 sleeves for $17.50. Not only that, they allow you to have 2 months where you don't have to place an order, which means you're active. And the importance of having your monthly subscription is that allows that bond that I talked about to accumulate. All these packages have a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like paying wholesale like we do, by paying it costs $99.95 for a 30-month, 30-day supply. You can always purchase it at retail, which is $149.95. Again, if you just want to try the pack and pay retail. But again, who wants to pay retail? Go ahead and get the core at the very least, advanced or premium, and you get a discount on the patches, but also you get a discount on your health. Because if you think the cost of these patches are not worth it, think about the cost of bad health. And you'll see right away how this benefit. You talk about $3.30 a day if you get if you get that wholesale. Now, if you have a one sleeve subscription, you can earn up to $100 per week. That guarantees you that again that volume accumulates, but also you're guaranteed your health because you need to have these patches consistently. So you need to have them anyway. At the minimum, if you want to maximize the compensation plan and earn up to $25,000 per week, and also take advantage of those matching bonus, you need to be a manager. The manager has to have at least 2 sleeve subscription in place. That's your overhead. That's the most you have to have in your overhead. But I don't call it an overhead because it's an investment in your health. We spend a lot more money on prescription drugs, treatments, hospital bills, and all the things that cause us to be sick. So why not invest in your own health? Okay. Now, again, as I said earlier, if you want to just purchase retail, $149.95 for a 30-day supply, or if you sign up as a preferred customer, which means you agree to get a monthly subscription, you get it for $99.95 per month. You can cancel that subscription anytime, but you don't have all the benefits as you do if you were a brand partner where you have a website. You can get compensated. You can share with others. Again, there's a lot more benefits of being a brand partner as opposed to just a preferred customer. But again, get in where you fit in. Now, if you want more information, go to thisisItinfo.com. That is our website for information. Do not do a lazy Google search. Unfortunately, a lot of times people, when they go look for information on Google, there are a lot of smart marketing people out there. And what they do is, if I knew, for example, that a company like LifeWave is the #1 company in the world in terms of momentum, and I had a site selling rocks, what I would do is I would make sure to put somewhere in my ad, LifeWave or X39. And a lot of people not really paying attention, if they don't look at the URL, which is the address underneath the ad, it will literally take you to my site and you'll be buying rocks instead. So save yourself some time, effort, and energy. Go to thisisitinfo.com. There's nothing to sell on there. There's just strictly information. There's testimonials on there. There's the clinical studies, the patents. There are videos by the doctors who are brand partners. There's also a video by David Smith explaining to you how he developed the science. And for those of you who want to join the team, we have a website for training called thisistheteam.com. This is where you learn how to do the business. It's like if you bought a McDonald's and you wanted to know how to run your McDonald's, you'd have to go to McDonald's University. Well, guess what? This is our version of McDonald's University, where everything that you need is included. The great thing about the difference between this and McDonald's is this is free. You don't have to pay $50,000 to learn how to build this business. And again, you also get a lot of benefits. You get a website, you get the access to the app. And again, now's your time to make your move, make a decision. We also have marketing materials. So this is a card that we use. On one side, it has the This Is It info website. On the other side, it talks about the benefits of the patch. You can put 3 to 5 samples in an envelope and give it to people and watch the wonder and the magic happen. People will be calling you just like they call Emerson, leaving messages, and that'll literally make you cry and make you feel good, the fact that you was able to help someone improve their health and their life. We also have a free web app for those who, again, that is free for our brand partners, where you can use it to run your business. All right, so those tools are available, and we have many more. We also have testimonies. If you go to thisistheteam.com, you will see a list of all these testimonies: neuropathy, bladder improvement, inflammation, skin issues, fine lines and wrinkles, chronic fatigue, neurological disorder improvement, improved blood sugar levels, dental. I mean, there's so many that on this site. You can go see those testimonies to get it. Now I'm going to see, we have a gentleman, hopefully he's still on, one of our leaders. This gentleman is actually has a tremendous background. He's 30 plus years in the background of finance. He has a background in we call him a hydration specialist. He's in health and wellness for a long time. He's in demand all over the country. Bishops are flying him in, asking them to come to their church to talk about finances and health. And he's actually doing a phenomenal job. We're fortunate to have him on the call. So I'm gonna see, is Dr. Anthony Stromer, are you on the call tonight? Can you share a few words with our guests tonight?
Hey, Mr. Hawkins, can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Excellent presentation as usual. Emerson, outstanding testimonies, my brother. Well, listen, everybody, I'm going to be very, very brief. Mr. Hawkins and Emerson, they've laid out the master plan for all of you. But let me just say this to you, the sense of urgency that we have. In our nation, we have a health gap and a wealth gap. It's a national emergency. And you're listening to information that we can solve so many problems for billions of people. With LifeWave, we have the opportunity to have what I call health-free parties and debt-free parties all over the world. That's the big vision. So lock arms with us, because guess what? We're going to make a difference. All of you can be a change agent. And I can't think of anything better to invest in your billion-dollar temple and create a legacy for your family forever and ever. Mr. Hawkins, excellent job, my brother. Back to you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Stromer, for those powerful words. Obviously, short, concise, but strong, phenomenal words. So I just want to talk about some upcoming events. We just came back from a phenomenal event. We are gearing up for a massive growth. Our goal is to have 1 million new partners this year. We're about halfway there. We have our international conference going to take place in Anaheim, California, October the 23rd to 25th. So put these dates in your calendar, because some of you who are going to join, you're going to want to be there. It's going to be 10,000 people from around the world. David Smith's going to be there. It's going to be make some new announcements. It's called Share the Light Conference. That's going to be October the 23rd to 25th. You can go to thisisitconvention.com for details. There's also, you can scan the QR code that's on the screen. Another event we have another event called All In. This event's going to take place in January 2026. It's going to be held at Worry Studios. If you don't know who Eric Worry is, he's one of the leaders in direct sales around the world. He has a studio in Las Vegas. It only seats about 500 people, but it's going to be virtual. But those who want to be live, again, there are some seats available. If you want to register, that's going to be January 2026. The official date will come out in the next couple of weeks. That event is called All In. And then last but not least, next year, again, we're going to have another event. It's called Unstoppable. We had 4,000 people this year in Orlando, Florida. We are at a convention hall. Next year, it's going to be at an arena. So you can start to save the date now, August the 7th to 9th, 2026. Don't make any plans. Keep the time free. Because not only are you going to be there, you're going to be there with a team of people that's going to help your team grow. The reason we have so much success is we constantly have team events in between events. And each time they're giving us more information to help us grow. So keep those dates in mind, and we will see you all on the beach of the world. As you can see, there's a beach behind me. And again, this company does have incentive trips. We have one now. In fact, they just started, where you can actually win a trip to a cruise. And again, you don't have to be a top leader. You just have to do some of the things that we already do. Shared opportunity, have people become customers, have people become brand partners, and you will see that it's doable. All right. Now, before I close out the presentation, you want to get back to the person who invited you to the presentation. And then I like to close with this quote: withhold not good, excuse me, try that again. Withhold not good from those to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do so. Share with the people you love and care about. Make sure they know about it. You now know about it, so it would be selfish if you didn't share it. Get back to the person that invited you. Get your patch, patch. And for those of you who are part of Erica McQueen's team, she is having a team huddle tonight at 9 o'clock immediately after this call. If you don't have the link, it will go out shortly if you don't already have it. Again, we're going to talk about and highlight the events at the convention. But again, look for the link in the next few minutes. And again, thank you for your time. We are the #1 team and the #1 company in the world, and the #1 team as well. So join us as we look forward to eradicating bad health and death in the community. Good night, and God bless you all.